Hello everybody, today we're doing a video for GTA Car Kits in a 2014 Land Rover LR2, and today we're going to show you how to install our Apple CarPlay and Android Auto kit. As you can see, it's already installed into this car. It's been paired to iPhone wirelessly. You can also pair it to your Android phone wirelessly. You can control the entire system through the original touchscreen controls of the screen. All of the music and phone calls are done through the original Land Rover Bluetooth. So you don't need to install any extra microphones, and the quality of sound stays exactly the same. You can easily switch back to the original system, and here everything works exactly the same, except now the navigation has been replaced with our kit. And if you have the original rear view camera, it will still work. And if your car doesn't have original rear view camera, you can add it to our kit also to display when you put your car into reverse. And now we're going to show you how to install it into this particular car. So the tools that you're going to need is a T20 Torx. This is our hook tool. This is our panel removal tool. And of course, you're going to need our product. So we're going to start with using our panel removal tool in order to remove the stop cover. So there are 3 clips that hold it in place. So there are 2 on the sides and 1 in the middle. So you're going to start from the side and then do the other side. And then once you pop it out, you're just going to move it forward and remove it. Now we're going to use our T20 Torx in order to remove these 4 bolts. Just something to note that these 2 are going to be longer and these 2 are going to be shorter. So when you're putting everything back, keep that in mind. Now we're going to use our hook tool in order to remove this small cover. So you're going to carefully get underneath here. And once you give it some space, use the panel removal tool and just unclip the clip. So as you can see, it clips here at the front. Again, with our T20, we're going to remove these 2 bolts. So now this entire panel can come out along with the screen because we removed all those bolts. So we're going to start from the top and push it and pull it towards the back of the car. As you can see, it comes out as 1 unit, and you're going to carefully maneuver it around the shifter so we can get to the back of here and remove all the connectors. So we're going to start right here. You're just going to press on the clips. This one in the middle, that's for the clock, and this one you just pull on it. This one also has a clip. So that's done. Then on top at the back of the screen, here's a clip on the side, and then the video cable. And now we can move this entire panel away. So in order not to lose any of these wires when we remove the actual head unit, we suggest to put the ones that were behind the screen, we're going to put here. And these ones for the clock and so on, we're going to put to the side here, because it tends to, when we remove the stereo, these drop down and then you can lose them. Now we're going to use our T20 again in order to remove these 4 bolts, so 2 on each side. They hold this HVAC panel in place. And keep in mind that these bolts are also short, so only long bolts were on the top here, those 2, and then these 2 under the cover. The rest of the bolts are short, so you want to put them back in the correct places. Now we can remove this panel, and then at the bottom here there's a clip, and the clip is right there. Now we can remove the head unit, and in order to do that there are 2 ways. You can either remove it completely with the bracket by removing these 2 T20 Torx bolts, or also there's a way to remove just the head unit with undoing these 2 7mm bolts, but we find that this way you have more wire length if you remove it with the actual frame, and then it's easier to put everything back this way. And then over here you can just pull the radio out. Careful not to scratch anything with the metal bracket. And we're going to show you how we're going to start connecting everything here, and at the back of the head unit this would be the connection that we're going to connect to. So now we're going to show you everything that comes in our kit. So you're going to have your general wiring diagram. You have your main module, which we're going to hide below the head unit. This is our main harness. So the big plug will be at the back of the head unit, and this smaller gray plug will be at the back of the screen, and then this gets plugged into our module. You have your video cable for the back of the screen, This is our wireless antenna for wireless CarPlay and wireless Android Auto. And then this is a USB cable used for updates and for wired CarPlay and wired Android Auto, which we're going to install in the glove box. So first wire we're going to install is this USB cable. It's you're just going to open up your glove box and feed it through, and we're going to catch it on the inside here. And then our goal is going to be to connect it below the head unit. So we're just going to leave it here, and then the other end will be in the glove box. This is our video cable. So this end will replace the original connector that looks exactly the same at the back of the screen. And this end will go into our module. So here also, we're going to wire it through and kind of keep it around the rest of the screen wires. This is our main harness. So the big one will be at the back of the head unit, and the small one will be at the back of the screen. So we'll run the one for the screen. And here, we're going to find the exact matching male end that we removed from the screen and plug it into our female. And this male end, we're just going to leave here. This is our wireless antenna. So we're going to feed it through here. And then this antenna, actually a good spot for it would be right here behind the screen. So you can remove the double-sided tape. Just make sure that wherever you stick this antenna, do not stick it to the actual module. So we're going to leave the antenna here. Now we can pull the stereo out, and as we mentioned before, we're going to disconnect this big original gray connection here. Just press on the clip and remove it. And here we're going to take our big main harness. Our end will plug in at the back of the head unit. Sure it goes all the way in. And then the original one will plug into our harness. So now you should end up with all these wires here behind the radio. So you have your main harness. This is our USB cable, the video cable, and the antenna cable. So we're going to grab our module and we're going to start connecting everything into it. So we'll start with the video cable and the power cable. And then on the other end is the USB and the antenna. So this way, you have to maneuver all the wires behind the head unit because we fed them through that hole, as you remember. And this way the radio can go back in its place and we can hide this module underneath the actual head unit. So now we're going to start putting the head unit back. So when you're putting it back, keep note on both sides of the head unit you have this like guide clip, and the guide is for it to go right there into these slots. They're the same on both sides. This is the driver's side, there's the passenger side. So now carefully, we're just leaving the module below here right now, and make sure that this main harness is not in the way for the stereo to go back in. As you can see, the stereo goes all the way in and it lines up here with the holes and these guide clips. So everything is correct. And now make sure not to lose this green wire from the HVAC control panel. And at this point, we're going to carefully guide this module underneath the head unit. That's where it's going to stay. And we're going to just carefully rearrange all these wires so they don't stick out like this. So at this point, the module is underneath the stereo, and it, as you can see, it doesn't move around. Make sure you have enough length for your HVAC cable. And now we're just going to secure the head unit. Remember, we're going to use the short screws here. Now this panel can go back in. Just make sure to plug this in here. And again, we're going to use the short screws in order to secure it back in place. So now we're going to reconnect everything at the back of the screen. So this is now our harness that we plug in here, the gray connection. Then these antennas, make sure you connect them by the proper colors. So pink with pink, and this is the purple. This is the sound cable for the amp. And then this original blue connection for the navigation we're not going to be using. It's replaced with ours. So that's the wire that we installed earlier. So you're just going to plug it in here. So this one will just be left unplugged. And now the wires that you're left with are these ones below. This one right here. And this is the clock. And then this is a great connection here. Now we're going to flip this whole thing around. Lower it down. And behind here, make sure to arrange all the wires so they're not in the way for the vents. And now we're going to carefully put this entire panel back. So as you can see, all the bolts line up and it's fully clipped in. There's no gaps here. So it means everything is correct. And now we're just going to test everything before we bolt everything down. When you power on the car, you got to make sure that the original system works the same way as before, that the touchscreen is working. And the only thing you're going to see that now the navigation is blank because our kit replaced it. And when you press it, you're going to get this extra mode which you didn't have before. That's our kit's mode. And now we're going to connect our iPhone by the wire just for testing. Of course, our system supports both wired and wireless, CarPlay and Android Auto. And you can enable wireless from here. And now you have CarPlay on your screen. So you're going to test the touch screen. You're going to test that the picture looks good here. And you're going to test the sound. In order to hear sound from CarPlay and Android Auto, the original system of this car has to be set to Bluetooth and paired to this exact phone that you're using for CarPlay or Android Auto. And to go back and forth between the system, you can press the home button here. And then to go back, you press the navigation button. And once you completed all the testing, now we can bolt up the rest of the car and put it all back together. So now we can start to reassemble everything. So we're going to use these long bolts here below the screen. And now you can reinstall this cover right here. So 2 short bolts go right there. And then the last 2 bolts on top. Then this cover, you first insert these guide clips here, and then we're just going to clip it down. So the installation has been completed. We paired our iPhone wirelessly to the system, and now you can enjoy CarPlay or Android Auto your Land Rover LR2. I hope you like this video, and we'll see you next time.